Now this is something you don't see every day. An X3 Bug, Volkswagen Beetle.
It's cold out here.
Now this is going to be cool. I'll take you a quick walk around here, and then we'll take you into the garage. How cool is this? Alright, let's get it in the garage where it's warm, and then I'll go over a little bit more in there and explain what we're doing with this thing. Okay, so what this is a retrofitted Can-Am X3
I think it looks cool.
Volkswagen Beetle. It has the hood. I think he said these two bolts, and it actually lifts up. The hood is still attached to it. Laid over a stock X3 frame. Doors are operational. It's just an overall insane looking build.
It's so cool. I love it.
Everything interior, everything interior wise is still stock. Basically it's just a body laid over and welded on for the most part. But what it's here for is it's here to get looked over. We have to make sure that everything's good with it, wheel bearings. And then it's getting some upgrades to steering. Sherry, move that steering.
Oh, he's got a couple thousand miles for that.
So the steering rack's getting replaced. The HES brace is going on it. It's getting outer tie rod ends.
Steering stem.
It's getting steering stem. It is actually getting the rear steer that we sell on our website. And this area in here is getting gusseted. Down here is getting gusseted. And we have 3/16 plate that's going to go on that. We're going to be welding that in, and then off of that we're going to be making a set of tree kickers for it. And the tree kickers are going to go basically along here, back by this tire, and then poke back in. There's a whole list of things that's getting done with this. The rear steer is probably going to be first on the list because it's sitting right here. But we figured this was too cool of a build to not bring you guys along for it. It's not something you see every day. It's street legal.
Yeah.
He's had it to Moab.
No kidding.
All over the country. He's been all over with it.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
The turn signals and...
Yeah, it's got turn signals.
like it's got
It is
inspection
Pennsylvania
sticker.
street legal. Like actually legal in Pennsylvania. It's not a Montana plate. Which is even crazier because Pennsylvania is terrible for that stuff. So if you want to be legal in PA, just, I guess, cut a Volkswagen Beetle.
Put Herbie on it.
It's so wild.
I thought I did that. I shut this door and knocked that.
Like, very intricate yet very simple.
Simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so we got a plate. We're going to plate all of this, make gussets, plate it, build off of that, make some tree kickers. Go over it, make sure everything's good. He's got a couple thousand miles on it now. He wants to make sure everything's good to go. So front end we got to tighten up because the steering on it's very loose. Go through the wheel bearings, go through the ball joints, build him some tree kickers, install the rear steer, and a couple other things that I'm probably forgetting. But we're just gonna mess around with this build in this video. We'll capture this and just figured it'd be a really cool build for you guys to kind of follow along on. But for now, I think we're gonna tackle the rear steer.
Right now.
We installed 2 of these so far.
You want the bolt?
Installation is pretty simple. It comes with directions.
Just for clearing that.
And then what me and Sherry are working on are pullers, and lots of pullers. Sherry has these ones over here, drilling and tapping. This is our one design, all these to do. And we have this design over here, which is a longer style cup. And we have the larger style circles versus the smaller size. You guys are keeping us busy on pullers. If you need an axle puller, definitely check out our website, thecanamcrew.com, and get yourself a puller. They're awesome. They work great. They're battle proven. They're very strong, and they're made right here. Awesome, and lots of them. Alright, pullers are coming along. I got some welded. I'm still working on getting these drilled and tapped. Rear steer is on, hooked up, ready to go. I love this kit. Does really good for the slower rock crawling and the tight trails. So we got this done. You guys have seen us install that before. Didn't really catch a whole lot of the install. You know, Tim and Scott were working on this while me and Sherry were working on pullers. We got a lot of that tidied up. I just got to weld some more, and that'll be good to go. So pullers in stock, ready to rock and roll. This, we're actually going to pull this one back out for now, because we have another one we got to bring in real quick and check on this one. Got a few things going on with it, and then we'll be back. I guess we'll be back in the next clip. We'll just pause this here, come back, and we have the front A-arm bushings. The upper bushings need replaced. The steering rack, Hess brace is going on. Tie rod and steering stem, and then we still have to do the, open that door. We still have to get in here and weld gussets on the bottom of the frame and that kind of upper part of the frame there. It's going to be tough getting all that undercoat bed liner off, but we should be good. We'll gusset this part, we'll gusset this, and then we'll make some tree kickers for it. Should be good to go. But I got to pause on this for a second, bring that other one in and mess with it, and then we'll come back and we'll mess around with this a little bit more and get this one figured out. Alright, well, we had to take a quick break from the bug because we're still waiting on parts. We're waiting on a Hess brace, and I don't want to tackle the steering until we have all the parts and just be a lot smoother. So we have a customer's car in here now, and this one is getting an Ibex clutch kit. Only the best right there in the helix, and a world's best belt. We're going to take care of that for him. This is a Maverick DS. It is a base model machine, but he has it tuned. He's got a bunch of nice things done to it. He's running a 200 horsepower tune, and he's getting a clutch kit. So this thing is going to be an animal after that clutch kit is on it. We also have a lot of puller parts still, as you guys saw earlier in the video. We're getting ready to mark and drill those, drilling a bunch of holes, bucketfuls of them here, going out to powder coat both styles, get them while they last. And just a quick update here is between waiting on the parts for the bug and bringing this one in, we kind of built two cages. Didn't get the camera out, unfortunate, but they were just simple X3 builds. This is a cage and a rear bumper, which is behind this. We've both of them actually had a bent metal windshield, and the other one is over here. This one's just getting painted. This one over here is going to powder coat, which we're going to run that up to powder coat today with the puller parts. And if we can get that cage back before the bug is done, we'll get those on camera for you, at least let you see the finished product of those, since I didn't really get the build of them. But yeah, that's what we're tackling right now until we get the parts. We're gonna get him taken care of. It's so cold outside. It's been snowing and freezing, which is why we haven't painted that yet, but waiting for a half decent day anyway. Got another customer's car out there. He rode with us, would have been on our Bear Walla video. I drove 8 hours here to have it tuned, and injectors, tune, fuel pump, and an ibex clutch kit also. And we're gonna get him squared away here. So lots of things going on that haven't really gotten the camera out, but I'll be sure to do a little bit better, film a little bit more of it. But that's the update for now. We're gonna get his clutch pulled off. You guys have seen us do the ibex kits before, so not really gonna show you that. But if you're interested, a couple videos back, I'm sure you'll see an ibex install. That's what we're gonna do now.
That's a long one.
So you were going, you started out really good, and then you're going a little bit too slow, and a little bit too fast, and then there you got mixed up a little bit. It's a nice beam. Pretty much stayed on track. A little bit big there. Sometimes that can happen when you like push back and it lets it pile up. You can come straight in. Okay, you can start at this tack and come around, keeping your nozzle straight pointed in until you get to right there, okay?
Okay.
You might have to stand up or move around on this one. You can use your hand down here to rest and slide around if you need to.
Ready?
Yep. Get a close up of that. Cooper's first. You didn't know we were filming, did you? Cooper's first weld. Not bad for the first one. Well, other than this one. This one. It's hot. So this, you started out perfect until you started to have to move.
Yeah,
And you were pointing this way a little bit. Try to stay straight in or back that way a little bit. You always have to keep this facing. You don't want to start here and then go like this. Okay. I'll do this one, you can watch, alright? See how I stayed straight the whole time? Coop. Not bad at all.
Look at that. You go, boy.
So there is a little tiny bit of undercut to see where you're kind of rolled right there a little bit. But other than that, that's a solid weld.
Good job. So
He'll be taking over in no time. That's a nice weld. Yeah, another beautiful winter morning here. Scott just pulled in. We got a little bit of work to do to his machine. Morning, Scott.
Good morning. Is it okay to pull in the yard?
Yeah, I mean, you're good there if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
No, we don't have anyone else coming today, so you're good.
All right. Do you want me to pull up further, or am I good like
Yeah,
that?
you're perfect.
All right.
We got some work to do to this old girl here. It's been a minute, but has to do with that. We're gonna see you in the garage because it's warmer in there than out here. We'll be back here in a jiffy. Another Ibex kit came. Oh, it's
so
empty.
heavy.
It's empty. Oh, another Ibex kit. Drive shafts made, spare ones. But this is what we have going on today. If you can remember back to our Leatherwood videos, there was one point in time where Scott climbed my the Razor tires to knock me off of a tire at the playground, and we're pretty sure something poked into the radiator, because it wasn't even that day, it was the next day, wasn't it, that we noticed it.
I was loaded on a trailer is when I noticed it.
Yeah, so it's leaking antifreeze.
Pretty good.
In his TPC radiator, right?
Yes.
Which is a bigger aftermarket, more expensive radiator, but we're gonna pull everything off the front. We're gonna get the radiator out, and he brought his OEM one that we're gonna replace it with. So while we're still waiting on parts for the Volkswagen buggy, waiting on the Hess brace. So until we get that, we'll mess around and do some other stuff that needs taken care of. I think we have a plan here. I'll see if I can get up close so you guys can see the hole. All right, there. See if I can point it out too. Right there. So with a hole that small, I think we're gonna try that, steal it.
We'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I think it's such a small hole. I think it'll be fine. We were gonna replace it, and then we saw how small the hole was, and you want to fire it up? We'll show them.
Yeah.
We were gonna take it off, replace it, and then maybe like I thought maybe we could braze it, but you can't braze it. So maybe like a small TIG weld, but I think the Still It will work. We used it before, and that stuff was amazing. I just moved the camera. I'm hogging it up. All right. This is how we were able to find the hole. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, I think we'll be golden. We'll clean it off. Really nice. We'll pack it. We've used it on Sherry's rim, and it's still holding there. I know a guy that used it on his transmission after cracking it, and it's still holding. So, I think we're gonna give it a shot.
We will give it a shot.
This is a really good radiator, so we hate to just, you know, not use it anymore. You can see how thick it is.
It's 4-core.
Yeah.
And it's called a triple pass. So if you see this here, and then there's one up here. So when the water flows in, it just goes across this section, then it drops down this tube, then comes across this section, then drops down here, and then flows across here, and then out it goes.
And it's a lot. Hold the other radiator up to it, because it's a lot bigger.
Oh, it's massive.
Oh, this gimbal's giving me a hard time.
So here's the stock one.
Yeah, that's such a big difference. I think we'll be good. So here's the steel, what's this called? Steel stick? I call it steel it.
Yeah.
Steel stick from JB Weld.
Yep.
That's the stuff we used. There's JB Weld and what other brand?
I'll grab a,
You remember what other brand?
I don't.
That's a good bit.
In case.
Okay. Show me your mixing technique, Scott.
Wow.
It's probably freezing cold. It's outside.
I know it's really freaking hot right here because it's burning my hand.
So it must be like kind of like the auto body putty, where there's like a hardener and
I guess
primer or whatever you want to say. And you just mix it up.
You used to use that like epoxy. Yeah, it's the two parts.
It's like a resin,
Yeah.
a hardener, and like a base.
So just mix it up in my hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it all turns
Like one color.
one color. Yep.
It's like sticking to the glove.
All right, we'll mix that up for 5-10 minutes. We cleaned it with a wire brush,
So this is
and we'll put it on there and let it cure. Yeah, just like that, I would think.
wow. Does this stuff stink?
It does have a smell to it.
Woo! It's really sticky. I guess that's a good thing.
I think that looks really good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Get a little bit more right in there.
Guess we'll find out if it works, huh? I think it will. That stuff's pretty amazing.
Well,
Wonder
it's
if it's-
into the fins as well, so
Yeah.
you know it should harden as like one chunk. I would think.
I would think so.
You think
too.
that's good?
Yeah. We can look to see if it's like pressure rated. I don't know. I don't know how much pressure is running through there. I couldn't imagine very much.
I would doubt that it's more than what's in the tire. You know, off that rim.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. 'cause
I
we-
wouldn't think.
I mean, we've had 15 in it before to like set the bead stuff, but yeah, very true. All right, this video is starting to jump around a little bit, but now we have mine in old trusty zip tie, and it's getting an upgrade that I am hoping is the last upgrade that we will need, which is a set of Cobra level 3 front axles.
Finally, moving
Finally.
into my world.
Finally. We've been running OEMs, and the OEMs have been amazing for us, but there is nothing out there stronger than a level 3. Awesome packaging.
Yeah, I eventually want to go to these too. But
Yeah, we've gotten handfuls of OEMs, so at this point I could have paid for them, so
Oh, that's cool.
we're just gonna go for it. Look at that beast.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's really in there. Whew.
Does the packaging say what these weigh? What's the ship weight on these?
36 pounds.
36 pounds. So let's minus 2 pounds, say, for the box. That's a heavy axle.
17 pounds a piece.
Yeah. Big dogs.
Yes, sir.
King Cobra level 3 is the biggest axle you can get. For the front.
For the front.
For the front.
For the front.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're cool.
they make good stuff, and their customer support
Customer
is
service, their warranty,
it's
everything has
top-notch.
been amazing. First thing we're gonna do is remove the tires, wheels. I've been using these, I don't know, I guess they're called R keys rather than cotter keys. Makes it a lot easier, don't have to worry about those. 30mm axle nut, 15mm takes the bolts or the bolts out of the caliper. 18mm on the tie rod, 15mm on the lower A-arm and here, and then an 18mm up here. We'll separate all of this, pull these out, put the new one in. Pretty simple process. Cobra axles, level 3s are in and done. Couldn't be happier. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed those couple clips there. We have the bug almost tidied up here. We got my axles in on zip tie. Scott's radiator is fixed. We ran it for probably half an hour. No leaks whatsoever. That stuff is awesome. If you have some steel stick, or if you don't have it, grab yourself some. Put it in your toolbox or your glove box. Carry it with you. It's got like 101 uses. That stuff is awesome. But we're going to bring this back here in another video. We're going to build them some tree kickers. We'll get the front fixed up, and then this one will be ready to go. We're going to pull Sherry's in. We're going to do axles on hers. We got a clutch kit to do on hers also. So, and as I've been saying in the last several videos, you might get tired of hearing it, but I have to tell you, in February we have an amazing video coming. It's going to be epic. I need you guys there for that. And thank you to all of our channel members and patrons and sponsors up on the screen. You guys are awesome. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we're doing. If you have a side-by-side or an ATV that you're looking at getting worked on, look us up. You know, we're accepting work. So the cages have been keeping us extremely busy. Thank you guys for that. The parts, our website, all of that has been keeping us being able to do this full time. So we appreciate all you. But come back in a few days. We have some awesome riding videos coming up, and we'll see you in the next one.